Hi guys, so I'm going to do a little video and tutorial today of how to get this makeup look a bit out of your comfort zone, a bit extra, using some new products that I found on the internet. So I'm just using a spoolie that I got off eBay and brushing all my eyebrows upwards. As you can see, I've been growing them in lockdown and I've been doing quite a good job. This is me amazed at how soft my new P. Louise Mirror brushes are, and I'm going to use these to prime my eyelids. So I'm starting with the P. Louise base in shade 2 and I'm warming it on the back of my hand because apparently that's what she does in her videos and I was trying to copy. This is a really nice buildable product, so I'm just patting and building up until I'm happy with the full coverage. So I'm using my favourite palette, bperfect Carnival palette, and I'm using shade Liqueur or Liqueur, however you want to say it, and I'm going straight in with a Morphe 222 brush in my crease to create some depth. It can be scary and look daunting using bright colours, but you just have to believe in yourself and trust the process. Practice makes perfect. As you can see, I'm not very good at angling the camera, but I will get better. So going back with the Carnival palette, and I'm using shade Guilty, I'm going with a Zoeva 230 brush and I'm applying it in the 50-50 technique. So this is 50% on top of the eyeshadow I've already done and 50% on the base. So I'm slightly blending it out towards my temples in kind of a cat eye look. I'm not blending too much because I don't want to lose any colour. I want it to be really intense and bright, which I find really hard to do as I'm always kind of using neutral tones and make sure it's super blended. I'm not going to feel bad that it's not perfect because every day you're learning something new. It's not that you're bad, it's just completely new to you, so you just have to practice. So I'm going in with shade Shuffle and I'm doing that on a 224 Luxe Refined Crease Zoeva brush. I'm not sure if you're meant to use this one, but that's what I've done. And I'm applying light pressure just to the brow bone and towards my nose, just blending that really nicely. So this is where it can get a bit repetitive. I'm just going back in with each shade over the top, making sure they're super bright and none of the transition shades are getting lost. So here I just took a MAC 224 brush and just blended slightly more together as it wasn't completely blended and I wasn't happy. And then I just took some more of the Guilty and the Liquor and added some more depth into it, just darkening it a bit because I knew I was going to take the crease a little bit higher. And this is when I thought, wow, that's bright enough for me, on to the next part. So what I'm doing now, I'm taking the Acid Rain brush and some Vaseline just on the tip of it, making sure the brush is super flat, and I'm going to carve myself a cut crease. Using Vaseline is another one of P. Louise's tips, so your colours don't leak. So I'm going to be using the MMMITCHEL and P. Louise Acid Rain blank canvas, and this works best on a clear base, as in your skin, and not any product, so I'm going to just try and wipe off as much as I can. So now I've got my blank canvas on the back of my hand using the Acid Rain brush, making it super flat and just warming it up because apparently that's what you do as a makeup artist. I don't know. I apologise for all of this shot. I was just trying to work out how to angle my camera and clearly this was not the right way, and I promise I will get better in the next video. Okay, so this is the best cut crease I'm going to get for the first attempt. So now I'm just going in with shade Moony for the Carnival palette and I'm using a Morphe 208 brush to just pat on this kind of shimmery white shade. Okay, so this is where things messed up. I took an Acid Rain angled brush and a Maybelline gel eyeliner, nothing to do with the products or the brushes. I'm just out of practice. So I'm doing a really dramatic flicked eyeliner, basically taking up my whole crease that I've already just done. It wasn't going very well, so I actually finished this off camera. This was actually driving me insane, so I decided to just leave it, and I've neatened it up using the blank canvas paint, the same one that I used my cut crease underneath to just sharpen the wings because they were not very straight. So I did not film myself using the Maybelline gel pencil. Well, I did, but it just wasn't in the shot at all. So I've done that, and I'm just using the paints in blank canvas again to do under my eye, as I'm going to use the same eyeshadows and I want it nice and bright as well. So I'm just doing my under eye now, and I'm doing the same as I did for the top, using the same 3 colours, going in with Liquor, and then going in with Guilty, and then Shuffle. And I used a Zoeva 322 brown line brush just because it was stiff and I could get really precise placement of the product. This is one of my favourite foundations. This is the L'Oreal Paris True Match, and it's super blendable, it's really dewy, and it feels completely weightless. So I got a new one from Amazon because they were delivering and Boots weren't, in Gold and Honey, but I'm going to use the 2 that I've already got open. I'm not sure what one of them's called because it's so old, but the other one's called Honey. And I'm using the Morphe M426 brush, and I'm just patting this, and I'm never dragging the product. Patting is my favourite way to get full coverage. So next up I'm going to do some concealing and contouring, and I'm using the new concealer from L'Oreal Infallible, if that's how you say it, and I'm putting that under my eye to give a really nice bright look and contour my nose and on my forehead. Then I'm using Studio Fix powder, I'm not sure what shade it is in because it's really old. And I'm placing this with the Morphe M460 brush, and I'm just blending it with a Real Technique multitask brush.
That's good.
Still using the bperfect Cosmetics Carnival palette, I'm going in with the highlighter Saint on a Real Technique setting brush. So for my lips I used Edge to Edge by MAC, and this is so old and I hardly use it, that's why there's so much left, and even though I've had it for about 6 years. And I just used any old lip gloss that I found in my kit. So I applied these Kika lashes off camera because there was no way I was going to be able to do it without being super close to a mirror. Now I don't use mascara normally because I've always got individual lashes on, but this is the Maybelline Push Up Drama Mascara. And this is the finished look. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. I hope maybe I've inspired you to try something new and something out of your comfort zone. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope that you subscribe to my Instagram, and if you're watching on Instagram, you can subscribe to my YouTube.